mystery challenge. Hello everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. I am so very excited to have you here. It's April 1st, so we have the first Kindle mystery challenge to unlock. I was not expecting the first one to come out on day one, but we're here. It's here. We gotta unlock it. We gotta figure out what it is first, and then we gotta unlock it. I was writing all of these down in my calendar, and I did not realize that the first one started on the 1st, and it took me a while to actually realize that I actually had one open and ready to unlock. But nonetheless, we're jumping on it. First day of the month, and we're gonna get into it. So this one, it says the Unlimited Reader, and it says to unlock this achievement when you've completed a title in Kindle Unlimited. So, easy peasy. Easy enough. I just filmed an intro. I'm starting another video right now, so I won't be able to physically read that book probably until next week, and then the next one opens, I believe, on the 9th of April. So by the time I'm finished with this one, I will go ahead and start The Coworker by Frida McFadden. I've already gotten in a little bit of this book, and I've started this one for my last month's reading challenge. So I'm going to continue this one, and this is going to be the book that I read for the Reading Unlimited book for the challenge. But like I said, I won't start this until probably a little bit into next week, and then just right before the next challenge comes out. So until then, hang with me. I'll catch you back next week, and I will go ahead and finish this one up so that way we can unlock the first achievement. I am on chapter 37. I do like it so far. I don't know. I know the last Frida McFadden book that I just read was The Teacher. I don't know in comparison to that how well I like this so far. I'm 62% of the way through, so I'm over halfway, obviously. But I am liking it. I think that it's really good, but it's more just a murder mystery. I think The Teacher, we were more just figuring out what was going on with this situation that we were following. This one, there is this disappearance / murder, and we're trying to figure out like who did it. And also, I don't know if the main character is like unreliable or not. I don't think that she's going to be personally, but you never know. She could be. I really don't know, because she's a terrible person. A lot of people in this company are terrible people, and you know, there's just so much that has happened to this coworker that went missing that it's just astonishing that she was still there. She was still trying for these people. And then probably someone in the office, like, killed her. But I don't know. I really don't know. It's just kind of crappy, kind of upsetting. The lady, I feel like, was so sweet. She was very awkward and very weird, but she was still, like, sweet and trying to make friends with everybody, and nobody liked her. So that was really upsetting. But so far, I'm liking it. I'm, again, over halfway through. I think it's pretty good so far. I definitely wouldn't complain. I think it's been a little bit of a slower book. But other than that, I really don't have much to say about it. I feel like that's just been me recently. I don't have strong anything up in here. Just kind of empty, kind of blank. But it's because I'm too, like, hopped up and focused on this little pimple over here. I say little. It's not little. It's massive, and it hurts. But you know what? We try to keep it real over here, and this is very real. I'm going to hopefully get this finished tonight. I don't want to, like, promise anything, but we'll see. Hopefully. Cross our fingers. The next mystery challenge just came out April 9th, I think, and I haven't looked at it yet, but I'll look at that tomorrow, let you know what it says, because hopefully I should be finished with this book by tonight-ish to tomorrow, and then we can figure out what the one is for April 9th that I won't be looking at it until like the 14th or something like that. And then we will read that one together. But I had another video that I planned for the beginning of this month, and I didn't end up following through with that, so I have not been reading a whole lot. This is, I think, the first book. No, I read another book this month, but this is like one of the first books for me to read this month, so I'm definitely falling behind this month, but we gotta pick up the pace. So I'll finish this one hopefully by tomorrow, let you know what I think, and then we'll get going on that next challenge. Good morning. I came out here so I wouldn't wake Nick up. He's still asleep, but the birds are going crazy out here, so sorry. Pros and cons. First of all, though, I wanted to tell you about this sweatshirt. It's nothing like fancy at all. It's just like a plain blue sweatshirt that I got from Amazon, but it's so cute and it's so comfortable. Hold on, literally look at this. Like, it's long. It's long. It's so nice. I have been loving just plain, long, comfortable sweatshirts, and this is probably the most comfortable one I've ever put on my body. It fits perfectly. I love it. Nick loves it. I will be living in this. You saw it yesterday. Just wanted to let you know, so whenever you see me in this for the next couple weeks, you're gonna know what's up. It was literally only $15, so I'll leave it linked below. It's from Amazon if you want to check it out too. You don't have to, but I recommend. This is so nice. But I've been steadily working on The Coworker by Frida McFadden. I finished part 1 last night, so I'm on part 2 right now. I'm 72% of the way through. It's very interesting. I did not think that I was going to be really into it as much as I am. I think that the workplace just is like, okay, it's not as interesting. Usually I feel like Frida McFadden books take place in like a hospital and stuff like that, because I think she works in a hospital. She's some kind of like surgeon or like medical something. She does something in a hospital, I'm pretty sure. She's like a doctor. So most of them take place in a hospital-ish setting, and then the last 2 that I've read, one is taking place in a school and this one's taking place in an office. So it's a little different than what I'm used to, I feel like, but it's still pretty good. It's so weird because usually I would have some sort of like idea as to what's happening or how the story's gonna end, or some type of thought in my head that I'm going through, some kind of, what is it called? Conclusion? I don't know, some type of whatever it is whenever you're solving a mystery, or you're thinking about a mystery and you're like, have it in your head. The hypothesis of mysteries, whatever that's called, I don't remember. Usually I have like some sort of solving in my head, how I think it's gonna go. This one I have no idea. There's like not a single idea that I have. I don't know how this is gonna end. I don't know how they possibly could end it. I don't know who's going to be the person that did this. I don't know if the main character is unreliable or not. The whole office is just full of lies, and everybody's has secrets, and the office is doing shady things, and it's just so weird. There's so much going on. I don't know what's happening, which normally doesn't happen. So I don't know. It's good so far. I'm probably gonna finish this up today and start on that other book, because I have another challenge that just opened up like a couple days ago that I haven't looked at, but I'll finish this up hopefully by the end of the day. We'll see, and then we'll open that next one and I'll let you know what that one is.
Found myself smiling more the moment you leave. I feel down again. I talk to myself on the floor just to feel less alone. I swear that I'm trying my best. You tell me
I said I didn't have any theories about how this was gonna go. The one theory that I did have is kind of playing out right now, so that's interesting. We'll see if this is like actually a thing. I'm sure it is gonna be. I was kind of expecting this, I'm not gonna lie, but we'll see how that goes.
you know when to let go. You give a little love with a little sun everywhere you go, everywhere you run.
I came outside to read peacefully and they're weed eating, so I'm gonna go back inside.
In love with the little sun, everywhere you go, everywhere you're running. I found myself dreaming again. The moment you leave, it goes blank in my head. It feels like my bed is on fire when I'm sleeping alone. So hold my hand tight for a minute. I'll let you know when to let go. You give a little love with a little sun, everywhere you go, everywhere you run.
I normally don't read ahead ever, but I accidentally did, and I spoiled it a little bit.
Word, even when it hurts, everywhere you go, everywhere you're smiling. You make it look easy. I don't understand how you can love me the way that I am. You give a little love with a little sun, everywhere you go, everywhere you're running.
I just finished A Coworker by Freida McFadden, and I don't think that I liked it as much as I thought I was going to. By the time I got towards the end, I recalled having these suspicions about kind of what was going to happen. I think that there was like a person that I was not expecting to be involved, but I mean, at this point in any thriller book, I kind of just expect somebody that I would never expect or that has really no relation to the story at all to be the person that's like involved. So that's just kind of the way I think about it. And so I didn't like think that they were gonna be part of it, but like I had some type of suspicions, I guess. I don't know. But I think one of like the big heavy points that was like a plot twist in this, I had suspected it, I guess. I wasn't really thinking about like what the plot twists were gonna be. There was not really any part of me that was trying to figure out what's going on. I was kind of just going along with the story, which usually I'm very, got my detective cap on. I'm trying to figure out who did this because I want to figure it out before the book tells me. And that's just the way that I usually like to read thriller books. But this one, I kind of just didn't really know what was gonna happen. There was a lot of, I guess, people that it could have been. I had a lot of theories, suspicions, ideas, but at the same time, there was nothing like strong enough, I guess, to really just say, yes, I've been thinking about this. This is something that I thought could happen. You know what I mean? There's like a million different ways that any of these can end. So, yeah. It wasn't bad, I guess. It just definitely was not what I was expecting. I think that the end was a little disappointing. I was very much rooting for one of the characters, and that kind of just like falls through, I guess. So it's really a weird ending, and it's not anything that I was expecting. They kind of get your anticipations up. They kind of get your heart rate going. You're really anxious to see what happens, and then it kind of just falls off. You know, like there's not a real end to the story, I guess. It's very interesting. It's a very unique ending, I would say. Not anything that I would have settled on personally, but that's okay. Whatever. I don't think it was my favorite. I don't think I would like put it up in the top 5, I guess. Maybe. I don't even know. I don't even know how many books I've read by her. I don't know if I'd put it in my top tier list of books from her. I don't know. But wasn't bad. It's not like something that I would recommend, I guess, but it was still pretty good. So I'll say that. It is still the 13th, obviously. So we have that achievement from the 9th that I still have to open and figure out what it is. So that's what we're gonna do right now. So we unlocked the Unlimited Reader, and the new one is called Series Pioneer. My assumption would be that it has something to do with a series, but that could be so wrong. It says unlock this achievement when you complete the first book within a customer favorite series. So I'm assuming that this one it's gonna have to be on a specific list. So we'll see. Fourth Wing, I have that physically, and I have a Kindle copy on my Kindle, but I don't know if it'll count because it's from the library. So I don't know if they would like count it since I didn't pay for it, so I might skip that one. Plus I also had another idea for a video that I might be reading that in. Done and Dusted, I have that one too, but again, it's another library book, so I don't know if it's something that I have to physically purchase on Kindle, so I don't want to read any of the library books and risk like not getting that achievement. So I'm gonna kind of stay away from that and mainly try to focus on reading physical like Kindle Unlimited books. Divine Rivals, I have that one downloaded right now on Kindle Unlimited. So that might be a good one. And I've been seeing the Spy Coast, like literally everywhere. And I feel like I want to read it, but I don't know anything about it. I feel like this is so cute. The Sunset Years of Agnes Sharp. It's gonna be a detective, isn't it? I don't know. But it's not on Kindle Unlimited, and I'm not paying for it. None of these really look that good. So, I honestly don't want to keep going. I think that I'm just going to be reading Divine Rivals for this because I've had it forever. I've been looking for an excuse to read it. I just haven't come around to it yet. I don't know when I feel like the perfect time for me to read it is going to be, but at this point, I think I might as well just go ahead and make it now. Apparently, I'm going to be starting Divine Rivals for the second achievement. I'll see what I think of it. I have heard so many fabulous things. It was definitely one of those books that just went mega viral here recently, and I totally missed out on my opportunity to read it in its full glory. So I'll just go ahead and pick it up now, see what I think of it, and I'll let you know. I started a little bit of Divine Rivals. I've got like 2 chapters in so far. I don't really remember what I'm reading at all. I literally sat down to eat and watch a little bit of YouTube before I sat down and started actually reading, and I got so incredibly sleepy. Like, I'm just sitting here trying not to fall asleep, and it's only 7:52. So Nick taking over these night shifts is actually rocking my sleep schedule right now, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna get going on reading a little bit more of this. I would like to get as much of it done as I can tonight. I don't think that I'm gonna be reading that much at all. I'm thinking I'm in a book slump. I don't want to read it all. I just want to play on my phone or something. But I've got to get this show on the road. I've got to finish this. So I'm just going to have to get over it and read some of this. So honest, I literally set up this whole reading because I was gonna read in bed. I was setting this up because I got home from church today, and I figured that while I was here I might as well show off my church outfit so that I looked nice in at least one of these clips, but that was kind of dumb of me, so I'll probably just show you my outfit and change, and then I'll go read in the room. So we'll just do that instead. Not like I'm wearing anything fancy by any means. I just have my sweet shirt on and just some cute jeans. But that's it. So I'm gonna go change. I'm gonna take this off, change into something comfy, and then I'm gonna read in bed. Let's actually play this such fun game of who can guess what shirt I'm wearing. Can you guess? Can anybody guess? I'm sure nobody can guess. Can anybody make a guess? Who would have thought? Who would have guessed? Who would have thought? I don't know. Not me. I never would have guessed it personally. I never would have thought that I'd be wearing this. But here I am. I'm wearing it. Again, crazy. Literally crazy. I made a mistake by not fully following along. I'm only 40 pages in, so like it's not that big of a deal. I kind of want to go back and read what I'm missing, because like right now this guy's getting letters from this girl, but I don't really know how or why or like really any of that backstory. I'm sure it's not going to matter in the like retrospective things. Is that even the right word? I don't even know. In the overall, whatever. I'm sure it's not really going to matter in the long run, like the first nitty gritty, but like I feel like I'm kind of out of the loop now because I wasn't fully paying attention. But I don't feel like I really want to go back and read it though, to be honest. So I might just not. Who knows? Who knows? Also, I know that you can see this little pimple right here, and I've got them like all over here too. I'm breaking out pretty good. Driving me nuts. I've been trying to get rid of it, and it will not go away. And I feel like it's going to stay here for quite some time now. I really believe that. Really, truly do. So, hopefully it goes away, but I'm not covering it up. I'm not like whatever, even though I want to, because we are on a mission to be straight up. We are going to be legit. I'm not fooling you. I'm not tricking you. I'm not doing the thing to like, whatever. I don't care. What you see is what you get. And you see pimples, you're getting pimples. Like, that's it. I'm not going to hide it. We are trying to love our natural selves over here. So, sometimes it's hard, but it's necessary. I think now after reading that last chapter, I think I'm definitely more into it. I'm excited. Well, I'm back freaking forever later, and I'm still not done with the book. Who would have guessed? Me. I would have guessed. I knew this was going to happen, but I'm thugging through it. Whatever. Teach their own. I am on page 276 of Divine Rivals still, so that means I'm 76% of the way through the book. Now hear me out. Hear me out. I am enjoying it. I really am. I started reading it on my Kindle, obviously. It's the Kindle Mystery Challenge. Duh, I read it on my Kindle. Could not get into it in the slightest. And I knew it was a good book. I knew I was enjoying it, but mentally couldn't get there. Couldn't get into it. Couldn't enjoy it for what it was. And I know it's good. I know it's good. I can't feel it in my soul. Which I know I'm supposed to. I feel like this is one of those books that had I actually just fallen in love with right off the rip, I would have freaking loved it. I don't know what my problem is. I do not want to read. I don't. Not at all. I think we're in end of April. End of April right now. It's April 20th today. April 20th. And I've read 2 books this month. I've read one entire book starting and ending in April. And then the last book that I read in this video, The Coworker, I started that at the end of March. This is now my 3rd book of April. And I'm not done with it. And it's April 20th. I don't think I'm going to have a good reading month. There's literally no way I'm going to recoup from this. I don't know what the problem is. I couldn't tell you. I don't want to read at all. Like, not in the slightest. It took me listening to the audiobook to actually get into the story and enjoy it for what it was. Not that I wasn't enjoying it while I was reading it, but it just wasn't hitting for me. And I knew that I liked it. I knew it was good. And I knew I was doing a disservice by reading it in this state of mind that I'm in right now. But I did anyways, and I will regret that for the rest of my life because I think the rating will probably suffer for that. But, of course, per usual, it's not the book's fault. It's totally my fault. Whatever. Can't help it, unfortunately. That's my problem. My problems to deal with. Anyways, I'm in the fattest book slump in the world. I don't want to pick up a book, like, in the slightest. Not even a little bit. I think I'm going to end up having to mood read a ton after this. I'm thinking about making a mood reading video. So if I do, you'll see that in May. But man, I don't know what the deal is. I can't figure it out. I just am not in it. I'm just not. I like, this makes me wonder, like, do I actually enjoy reading? Is that something that I actually like to do? Or am I just trying to, like, gaslight myself into thinking that I do? I feel like I'm, like, manipulating myself and being like, no, but, like, you totally love to read, like, and then trying to come up with ways to convince myself that I do enjoy it when I'm struggling this month. I really am. Maybe this is just, like, a thing. Maybe everybody does this, but I don't know. I feel like I've read some really good books. This is a really good book. The Emily Henry books that I just read were really good books. I enjoyed them all. I liked them all. They were all really good. Given I had some gripes with them, you know, whatever. Nothing new there. I can't finish a book without having a gripe, at least. This is a really good book. I am really, really enjoying this. I love this book. It's so good. But, like, am I going to want to read anything after this? Absolutely not. I'm not going to want to read anything. I just read Anxious People. I gave that a 5-star. I absolutely loved it. But, like, it didn't propel me into wanting to read anything else. You know? I just finished Finding Chica. And honestly, I'm going to be so real. Because I have not read enough books this month, at least for me, I'm kind of ashamed of this. This is something that I feel like I can't put into a monthly recap. I can't be like, oh, here are the 3 books that I read in April. Like, that's boring. That's going to be like a 5-minute video, which is kind of everything that I ever wanted. Like, I just want to be able to make short little videos. But I can't because I do not stop yapping. I can't do it. I can't stop talking. Sorry. And I repeat myself over and over and over again. And I'm like talking to you like you don't already know this. You already know that. But what am I doing? I'm telling you again. Why? Because I can't keep my freaking mouth shut. I just can't. I can't do it. But for the sake of not repeating myself again, I don't know what's going on. Can't figure it out. Who knows if I'll ever get out of this. Maybe, like, this is just my downfall. Maybe just I've decided I don't care for reading at all and I just need to read, like, 2 books a month or something. I don't know. I think I just need to mood read, do a lot of reading that I want to do, and try not to slump myself out, I guess. That's probably what needs to happen. Pick up a lot of thriller books, I'm thinking. I really need a Nicole Sanders book. That's what I'm really needing. I was looking up yesterday when she was going to release a new book, and I see nothing in the foreseeable future. I think it took her... I think one book came out in 2020, I believe, and then the last book came out in 2023. So I'm not expecting another book anytime soon. Sadly. That hurts my feelings. But I'll figure something out. You don't need to know that here. I just need to... That's what I need to do. Anyways. I say I'm gonna go finish this. I'm probably not. Let's be real. I'm driving to church tomorrow. It's like an hour drive there. Hour drive back. So not to cheat on the assignment... But I think I might just have to finish this on audiobook because the reading's getting me nowhere. Honestly, it's getting me absolutely nowhere. So I guess I'll just let you know what happens when it happens and then let you know when I come back. Also, while I'm at it, it's the 20th. So that means that an achievement came out a couple days ago, I think. If I'm not mistaken. I believe it did. Let's look at that really quick. I'm going to get my phone, and we're going to look at what that achievement is, so that way we can not miss it. My audiobook has 2 hours and 30 minutes left, so I actually might be able to finish that tomorrow. And cheat a little bit. But I'm not going to screen record for you because I just don't... I can't even read my book, let alone screen record for you right now. Sorry. Can't help it. Even my spring reading challenge has just been absolutely lacking. I don't even have my 15 days read unlocked, which is so inaccurate. I've actually been reading a lot on my Kindle, at least every night, so that's not true. But whatever. Let's see. Oh, what does it say? The Bards of Kindle? What does it even mean? Unlock this achievement when you read on National Talk Like Shakespeare Day, which is on April 23rd. So, unlock this achievement when you read on National Talk Like Shakespeare Day. Okay, so all I have to do is read on April 23rd. Easy enough. I can do that. Now it's giving me the option to browse classics. Like, I'm gonna pick up a classic right now. Like, be so for real, Kindle. No, not gonna happen. I'm gonna come back at some point after I finish this book. I'm going to let you know what I fully thought about this, because honestly I don't even know if I've even said an ounce of anything about this other than I liked it, but I'm in a reading slump. Finish this, let you know what I thought about this, and then I will pick another book in my mood reading video if I end up starting that, or if I just decide to mood read myself. Who knows? And then I will come back on the 23rd and read a day for you. Let you know what I picked for that. It's just a cluster. It's just a mess over here. I'm sorry. So I just recently got home from church and I finished Divine Rivals. I really got into it a lot more just listening to it on the audiobook than I did reading it. I'm going to keep from repeating myself a whole bunch, but I am in the fattest reading slump. I do not want to read at all. So I'm struggling. I finished up the audiobook on the way back home. I had like 2.5 hours-ish, so I just listened to it there and back. Got it all done, thankfully, and I'm not even joking. As soon as the audiobook ended, I immediately tried to download an audiobook for Ruthless Vows. I think that's what it's called. I'm pretty sure. The second book in the series, and they didn't have it. Because I was listening to Divine Rivals on Hoopla, whatever it is, something like that, because it was way overdue at my library. So I went into the library. They did not have it for a couple months. Ruthless Vows. They don't have Ruthless Vows for another couple months, and then Hoopla did not have Ruthless Vows on there. So I'm going to have to read it on my audiobook. So that's probably what I'm going to end up reading for the final part of this challenge. I'm not sure yet. I feel like if I don't start it now, I'm going to forget what happened, but I don't know if I'm really in the mood for it. I don't know if that's something that I'm going to be able to be fully immersed into right now, especially without an audiobook. So I'm not sure. Not sure at all. I don't know what I want to do, but I'll figure it out at some point. I have a couple days. Today's the 21st, I think. I don't know. Today's either the 20th or the 21st. I think today's the 21st. I don't know. I have a little bit of time before I have to come back and read for that final day, so I guess I'll figure it out by then. Who knows? Who knows what I'm going to do? But I absolutely love Divine Rivals. I think it was so good. It really was a sweet story. There's not really much of it that I'm disliking. Obviously, we know how I am. When the couple gets together, I just don't really care anymore. Yes, that's how I am usually. This one, there's a lot more stakes in it, so I do care a lot more than just like your typical romance book. Since it is a fantasy, they are in the war and all of that, and I am curious to see how that's going to play out. Also, they left us on a massive cliffhanger. So, even though the couple is... I can't say that. But at the end of the book, they're a couple. I'll just say that because... obviously. In my opinion, obviously, right? And then we move on with a cliffhanger, and then we're going to see what happens next. I don't even know how to explain any of this without spoiling any of it. I swear, I just need to be a spoiler channel. I'm this close. I'm not even joking. This close. I definitely see why it was so hyped up there for a little while. So hopefully I can get into the second book easily, because I think that's what I want to do. I think I'm going to read the second book and let that count towards my reading for April 23rd. But as always, I'll let you know. So it's Nick's day off today, meaning we are here outside at the dirt bike place. So obviously we had to show up. I don't know how the audio is going to sound on this. It's on my phone on the front camera, but hopefully it still looks good enough. It is the 23rd today, so I obviously have to read today for a national whatever day. I don't remember what it is at all. But I started reading Ruthless Vows the other day. I'm literally only on chapter 2. I want to say 2 or 3 maybe. Definitely not far into it at all. But so far I'm very excited to figure out what happened and where we left off in the last book. I'm very curious to see how they're gonna take that and what's gonna happen. So I'm just gonna be hanging out here and reading in the sunshine, trying to get a little vitamin D going. I definitely have a meaty sunburn already from last time I got outside, but that's okay. I'm trying to get a little tan going. I want a little bit of color in me. There's a wasp over here that thinks that I want to hang out with it. I was not expecting that, that's for sure. I made it. I did not finish very much of Divine Rivals yesterday at all. I did sit down and read for a good chunk, which I am very proud of, but for the most part I didn't read a whole lot. We were outside and then one of Nick's friends got stranded, so I pretty much had to talk to him. Not had to, but I pretty much just talked to him for the rest of the time so that way he wasn't bored and just sitting there. There's no cell service out there, so I did not get very far. I think I'm on chapter 12. Yeah, I'm on chapter 12 right now, so 22% of the way through. Not bad. Definitely can't complain too much, but I would have liked to read more, but it is what it is. So far, I am really enjoying it. I'm liking how they're dealing with their complications and stuff, how they're kind of getting through the pickle that they're in. I'm very curious to see how that's going to turn out because obviously it's fantasy. Literally anything can happen. So I don't think that it's going to be just an easy get out of our situation type of thing. I think it's definitely going to be very difficult, very aggressive, and probably very deadly. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see what happens. I'm very eager to finish this. I am really enjoying it, but I'm just reading it very slowly, apparently. So I like it. It's good. I'm glad that I finished the first one. I'm enjoying the second one. I did not think that I was going to be as eager to go into this one as I was, but definitely not disappointed at all. That means that we successfully unlocked the Bards of Kindle achievement we read on National Talk Like Shakespeare Day. I didn't even know that was a thing, but We completed all of our achievements for this month. Thankfully, I don't think they were that hard. I don't even remember what I read. Oh, it was literally just reading the first book of a series that Kindle recommended and then reading for one day. So I ended up reading Divine Rivals in this video, and then we started on Ruthless Vows. So kind of like a reading vlog of the series, not quite, but slightly. Oh, there was another one too, wasn't there? I think that there was. I think this month had 3. So this one was unlock an achievement by completing a title in Kindle Unlimited, just a regular book. So that one, I read a Frida McFadden book, didn't I? I read The Coworker. Yeah, I forgot about that. So I did read 2 and started a 3rd book in this video, which is not bad. This is like literally all I've read this month. Oops. So our next reveal doesn't open up until May 4th, and that one, the hint is May the 4th be with you. It better not be anything Star Wars related. It might be a sci-fi book. I could see that. That would be interesting. I think I would enjoy that. We can kind of cross our fingers. But it probably won't be. I'm sure that the hint will have absolutely nothing to do with the book, like usual. But that's okay. But that's all I got. I read 2 books, 2-ish, 3-ish books for you for this video. Definitely very excited. I think I really enjoyed all the books that I read. Obviously, I haven't really finished much of this one, but I am enjoying it. I am liking it. And I'll kind of update you, let you know what I thought of it after I finish it. So that way you can hear more of my thoughts and stuff. But I probably won't be able to say too much about it because it's a book too. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your week. And I hopefully will get to see you in the next one. See ya.